Hello, welcome back. Now that you have completed your viewing of the introductory video and introduction to psychology, let's try a writing assignment to test your understanding of the concepts. Alright, here are your instructions. You're going to choose one of the following activities in the next two slides and demonstrate your understanding of the concepts that were presented. An introduction to psychology. Remember, you must first review the video. The assignment is designed to test your critical thinking skills as well as your writing skills. Your paper will be submitted for plagiarism through SafeAssign. So be sure you are stating information in your own words, paraphrase it, and be sure to view the rubric for grading criteria as you construct your essay. Now, you don't have to choose every activity, but you can choose one of these activities. Activity number 1 says, the goals of psychology are to describe, explain, predict, and control. Now, your question is, how do psychologists use these concepts as they relate to the study of psychology? In other words, review the goals of psychology and how they're implemented, and you can give some concrete examples. And you're going to construct a paragraph for each goal that is discussed. Activity number 2. Discuss the basic assumptions of the modern perspectives of psychology that were discussed in the video. You're going to answer the questions: who is the psychologist associated with each perspective? And you're going to give some concrete examples of each perspective. One paragraph. And you're going to talk about how these perspectives relate to psychology. Activity number 3. Drawing information from many different sources rather than relying on one perspective has some significance. This is called the eclectic approach that we talked about. What are some possible reasons that we talked about why psychologists may draw from each of these perspectives? Use what you learned from the video to construct your essay. And you must have at least 4 to 5 paragraphs in your discussion. You can also look at the diagrams to kind of give you an overall perspective as you construct your essay. Now, some guidelines for formatting your essay. You are going to create a Word document. You must have a minimum of 1 1/2 pages and a maximum of 2 pages. How are you going to format your paper? Your paper should be 1 inch from the top, bottom, and left margins. It should be typed using 12 point and Times New Roman numeral font. You must have a title, and it must be centered and typed in bold. The first paragraph should begin 2 spaces below the title. All beginning paragraphs should be indented 1/2 inch from the left margin. Remember, the first letter in each word at the beginning of a paragraph should be uppercase. Okay, the paper is to be typed double space and double space between paragraphs. Double space between sentences, hit your space bar twice, and this will give you the double space between sentences. Be sure to give critical attention to spelling. Always spell check in Word. You have that mechanism in your Word document to do that. Be careful about your sentence structure, capitalization, your grammar, your punctuation, and definitely be careful about verb tense and subject-verb agreement. And I urge you to review your grammar handbook if you don't remember those elements. Also, paragraph 1 should be a brief introduction to your topic. You should have a good topic sentence. This is a statement to to state what your paper is about, and it should contain at least 3 to 5 sentences. The body of your paper is where you will begin discussion of your topic. Use supporting statements, concrete examples, and or illustrations. The body of the paper should flow as you discuss your topic. This is where your subsequent paragraphs will begin. And be sure to use good transition statements between paragraphs. And again, I urge you to review your grammar handbook for good transitional statements and words and good word choice. Summary. Your summary should briefly restate the key points in your paper. Do not repeat your entire paper. Just brief statements about the points that were discussed. You must have a title page, and your title page should be formatted according to the example on the right. If you choose the first activity, your title might be Goals of Psychology. If you choose activity number 2, your title might be Perspectives of Psychology. And if you choose activity number 3, your title might be Eclectic Approach. These are just examples. Whatever your title is, it must be reflected in your paper. Now, how do you submit your assignment? Well, within Blackboard, when the assignment is posted, you're going to save your document in your document file once you complete it. And be sure to save it under a name where you'll be able to locate it. Click on the assignment link, such as the illustration here. This is how your Blackboard page is set up. This is only an example. This is the assignment link. Then you're going to click Browse My Computer, and your document file will open. Locate your saved document, click on it, and you will see it in the assignment. Then you're going to click Submit as illustrated here. And once you click Submit, the assignment will show up in the teacher's grade book. And you must upload the assignment by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Once the assignment due date has passed, you will not be able to access the assignment. So make sure you get it in when it is due. Okay, here is your grading rubric. It will be graded for formatting, organization, grammar mechanics, evidence of plagiarism, spelling errors. It's worth 100 points. How well is it organized? 0 to 20 points. Did you follow the organization? Is it coherent? Competent means that there are occasional errors in coherence. Proficient means that you did it perfectly. Formatting means you just followed all of the marginal guidelines as well. Grammar and mechanics, you don't have any grammar errors if it's proficient. Competent if you have a few errors. If it is novice, if everything is just not right, you just didn't have very good grammar mechanics. If there's evidence of plagiarism, did you copy direct text or did you state it in your own words? And of course, spelling goes without saying. You should always spell check. There's no reason to have spelling errors when there is a mechanism within Microsoft Word to do that. And so grading rubrics are how all of your writing assignments will be assessed.